turn.
Ah, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm absolutely livid.
Wow, it seems that everyone here is voting for the Happy Kittens. By the way, we have a vote for NORD Polaris. Yes, only 2 banned for Happy Kittens. Perhaps they had some kind of penalty, but I'm not sure. We will get someone to talk about later.
The boss is angry.
Yeah, it's possible it's a penalty, or maybe they were late or something. But I don't know for sure. Audi says Stratos code Kokomo Masterclass in Ham. Okay. Guts says there was a penalty. Okay, do you know to tell us what kind of penalty? Hello for staff. Yeah. Hello to you two staff team member. What kind of penalty was it? Were they late? But already tried to nerf Happy Kittens.
Tragic. Back to sleep then.
Just 4 minutes left for predictions. Remember, you can vote for either Happy Kittens or NORD Polaris to win. Whichever side wins, those who voted for that side will get the points of the other side. You can vote with your channel points. Wait, I'm getting news that 80k Valkyries actually beat the internal Huntresses. Very impressive from South Africa's top team. And they are currently in the upper bracket quarterfinals playing against the Lions Kid Lionesses. Okay, so let's look. On the side of NORD Polaris, we have Gwen top, Volibear jungle, Tristana mid, Varus bot, Nautilus support. And on the side of Happy Kittens, we have Aatrox top, Vi jungle, Syndra mid, Kog'Maw bot, Renata support. Okay. You know what, like the bracket you said, like I'm gonna send the challenge bracket, which is updated. Like, this here is the fresher version of the bracket. And now we just wait 3 minutes for the spectator delay. Yeah, the one I said is the official bracket, the organizers. We will update Liquidia later, I promise. You know, as Liquidia staff members, we will go after this tournament and update it. I just can't really do it in the middle of the stream. Hey, so what do you guys want to talk about in the 2 minutes we have before the game starts? Follow for invest on Lexa. uh, yes, you wanna put your bets on Lexa? You have 30 seconds left. Oti says, when will you add me? Rigas will be NORD number 4 by now. What do you mean, Oti? I don't understand. What do you mean? Wikipedia. And Odi, do you meet the notability standards? Because we have notability standards before creating a Wikipedia page for somebody. You can ask, who do we have here? We have Yukiko here and Persistent. Yes. Look to these superstars here who are notable enough to have Wikipedia pages. Persistent says, what do you think about draft triggers? What I think about draft. It's soon. I mean, I know that Viosna is gonna be a menace late in the game. Not just because of her pick, but also because of how she plays. NORD should have the advantage early game in the bot lane. But Kog'Maw will of course scare away. But I don't know, I feel like if the game tracks on, you know, you have like Kog'Maw on one side, but you also have Tristana and Gwen on the other. Will Kog'Maw be able to stay safe? I'm not really sure. When you have so much CC on the other side. I guess like it will fall in big part to what, like to how well Pius is able to protect. But it's like at first glance, it kind of seems like it would benefit.
A summoner has disconnected.
It will benefit Happy Kittens to spread up. Wait, support has to restart PC because it crashed. Okay, well we just wait that guys. What do you guys think about the draft? Like the way I see, like this is a difficult. You know, I can't see anything in these drafts. It's like, oh, you know, like definitely this team will go well, or this team has a better draft or whatever. Like it's hard. I don't think this is like an easy draft to distinguish. Now let's just add the team logos. Persistent
summoner
says,
has reconnected.
I think they have enough build. Trist can't really play teamfights against Syndra. Okay, that is fair enough. If Happy Kittens care for flanks by Gwen, this should be okay. Yes, but like it's still a threat, you know. I guess like it's easy to say, yeah, you know, if they just like watch out for it, they'll be fine. But in reality, it's not the easiest thing. I don't know, I feel like it will really come down to how much Veosna can do with this Gwen, especially later in the game. That's what it seems like to me. But you know, it's difficult. It's not just about the champions to consider. It's also the players that are playing them and the playstyle of these teams. I don't know. Maybe Feng would will be able to bury Veosna in the laning phase with Aatrox, and then in that case there won't be that much of a threat later on. But we'll see. Both the junglers have a strong impact early in the game, but especially Volibear. I'm wondering if Lex is gonna play super aggressively. Maybe. Oh wait. Let's fix this one sec.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Oopsie
Minions
daisy.
have spawned.
Here we go. And now let's check your predictions. Lilium asks, hey Lilium, is Happy Kittens from a NORD? No, they are playing Orgless. Okay, so apparently 5 of you voted Happy Kittens, 2 voted NORD Polaris. Okay. No, Lilium, it's not one for an MTK. There have been some changes. Basically, this lineup you see here, Happy Kittens, except the jungle as well, not just the mid lane. It's like 3 out of 5. Top lane, bot lane support are the same as the previous Mad Lion Skoi lineup. So you have Vector, Statospan and Pius. But instead of Delicate and Vixen in jungle and mid lane respectively, there are Vast Rocket and Ivy. We have a pause here, we don't know why. Goodsam says, nice dredge line from Nautilus, but they punished for that. Now, as for the new Mad Lion Skoi lineup, the upcoming Mad Lion Skoi lineup, you know, I guess like next week you'll see. You'll see which players are in. Why is this stuck? Lilium asks, why did Mad Lion Skoi change roster? That is a very, very big discussion, and also one that I'd rather not have publicly. I mean, you know, many things happening behind the scenes, but yeah, you know, like, suffice to say there are reasons. And different people have different views on those reasons. And I was very aggressive there, but ultimately no one dies. Okay, so apparently Fairyren is experiencing lag. Fairyren is NORD support. Not looking promising. Okay, we see that Nightingale escapes the gun. Okay, stuck again. This seems to happen after pauses. Apologies. It will be unstuck soon. You know, after you do with fire, you're supposed to auto first and then E. Not immediately. I don't know if that was intentional or just display. Lilium says, who are favorite on paper? Good question. Well, you know, these are, in my opinion, the two strongest lineups in the tournament, so this is hard to answer. But I do think that on paper, NORD are the favorite because they have actually been playing together for a significant amount of time. While this current lineup that you see here with Happy Kittens is new. 3 of the players of Happy Kittens have been playing together for a long time, but the other 2 are new. So based on the fact that NORD have been playing together for about a month and a half with this lineup, and that individual abilities are about like overall, let's say, you know, there's a significant difference. Like, it's not like I can look at any of these lineups and go, oh yeah, this lineup will just like individually gap the other. So yeah, that's why I think NORD is the favorite, because they've actually been playing together for quite some time. But it wouldn't be surprising if Happy Kittens won. Nice movement. That's very, very nice. You know, they were just all there and killed here. Very sweet. Good team play. So, slight gold lead now for the Happy Kittens after first blood. And this will also be first dragon after tested. Okay. quite early game so far. We have had two action-packed events happening. First, the invade in Happy Kittens Godside jungle, and then the pick on Lakeside in the river. Okay. This 3 versus 3 goes in favor of NORD. 2 kills. NORD now have a good lead. Lilium says, where did Status Panda play before? I mean, she played in a Mad Lion Squad female lineup, but if you mean before that, then she was with PDS last year. Persistent says Besiktas. That feels like ancient history now. I don't know, she played for BDS last year. Aggressive and up, will survive. It doesn't seem like they can dive here. But, she doesn't have TP, so she's gonna lose like this entire wave, right? Okay, so like that means Happy Kittens at least get something out of this. Lilium asks, and where did Pius play SK? Yes, she played with SK. Both last year and the year before that. Okay, missed ultimate there. I remember a statistic from the very first year of the ULCS 2013. I think they said that the most missed ability in the entirety of the ULCS was Varus's ultimate. Apparently for some reason it was really difficult to hit. Lily, don't you know the rosters of the other teams at all? No, like Nenris has been with PDS for quite some time. Sagurami says without the Varus suit has additional water. Yeah, that's fair enough. You can afford the okay. Ooh, flash out, it's gonna yes, like Salis, but now Ferry Scott also flashes out. Ooh, very aggressive Status Panda, but will she survive Naddy? Ooh, dies and was way enough and get a chases here. Will she catch on? Yes, and okay, gets the kill. Okay, so that's 2 for 1 in favor of Happy Kittens. At least that's a kill on the Coco. I don't know, I'm not really knowledgeable about top lane specifically, so I don't know this. I wonder how much of the shift there was. Like Fengdere went down, got the kill, but in the meantime Bjornsson stayed up, got waves, got the plate. So.
Hello, hello. Oh, dear. What a morning.
Well, we have here with us Evie, also known as Pivotless, the top laner of Chester Gaming Kitten Esports Club.
Hell yeah, give it the full title, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I can just imagine the post-match thread on Reddit, Happy Kittens versus Chester Gaming Kitten Esports Club.
That's what we're here for, basically. I've looked into this situation with the eventual goal of that Leaguepedia for main stage. No matter what happens, there's going to be a cat on there. And that's glorious. That's what it's about, really. That more cat representation at the top of this scene.
So does that mean we can expect you to stick with the Chester Gaming branding, even after potentially qualifying?
We're going to see. Obviously I won't talk names, but we've had interest from a couple of orgs scattered across like ERL1, ERL2, like NLC, Prime League, etc. So the conversation's been there. It's something that obviously if we qualify, which is the hope, one more game today and we've been looking pretty good so far. I'd like to just close that one out quickly and move on to upper bracket. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but should we qualify, for me personally, and I'm a big believer in, like, personality matters a lot in esports. You tend to find a lot of the ERL teams that end up forgotten are the ones that try to ride it out on just level of play alone as a brand, and I am about that life. If we were to partner with an org, which is the hope, I want to still keep doing the silly stuff. That's what I'm about. I want to keep it lighthearted. Should be more fun in esports.
Okay, that is fair enough. We'll just see how the qualifier goes from there. But you know, in any case, it would be nice to see more teams in the scene being picked up by actual orgs.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's I think it's really unfortunate the way that, because of course last year EC had 16 teams. You could definitely make the argument that it was a bit oversaturated. Though maybe you could easily argue down the number to, like, 12 at most was all that really needed to be there. But with that said, with it now being 10, and then you look at open qualifiers and the fact that obviously we have now XMAD playing in open quals, means that there are some really good players who are going to be missing out on close stage this time around. So, like, it's a fun qualifier to be playing in, and I think it's very cool that more orgs are getting involved. You look at the likes of Lions Creed, who of course went to EMEA Masters, has had the Lionesses roster for a few years now, and I think it's fantastic the involvement that they have in the scene. Of course, there's some orgs have come in and out over time. Ace have their roster in Prime League as well, which is great. There's a lot more representation of bigger orgs coming into the scene and providing the support and structure required for these players to improve.
Yes, the scene has been trending upwards, that's for sure. It would be nice
Yeah, I
to
mean-
see more of this happening.
You look back to like I won't refer to it as the glory days, but you look at like 2021, 2022 especially, there was a lot going on in terms of tournaments. You have a lot of, like, you have Girl Gamer Fest qualifiers in Romania. You had La Coupe Féminine, of course, La Liga Féminine before that. Last year we had Coupe des Étoiles. Of course, we have, I can't remember the name of that, I'm really sorry, tournament organisers. Looks really cool. But we have another French tournament this year as well.
NORD takeover.
Yeah, so there are less tournaments around, but it feels like there's more interest from big orgs to get involved. Because we look at like La Coupe Féminine finals a while ago, and you have Galaxy Racer, you have Resolve, who no longer compete in League of Legends, but at the time, you know, fantastic org. The staff that are still around in the scene are great. Players that are still around in the scene are great. And you had like Grow Up got involved later on. I know it was Flame earlier on. So the orgs have shuffled. Some of the older orgs have left. Some, honestly, for the betterment of the scene. I will name no names. Dragon, you know. And new orgs are coming in with a bit more, I think, passion for the projects that they're taking on and a bit more genuine interest in what they're trying to do. So it's an exciting time to be getting involved. I still, you know, I'm big into the idea of a game changers coming in the next couple of years. We get told it's going to happen perma, never does. Maybe 2025, eh?
Maybe.
And then we can start seeing more orgs coming into the scene. It's an exciting time to be in the scene. It feels like a bit of a weird transitional period where orgs are interested, but there's not the tournaments necessarily. So hopefully the orgs stay interested and the tournaments start to come. That'd be cool. That's a dream for next year, hey?
I want to note here that after a certain recent article on Equal Esports came out, there has been a bit of a doomerism wave around the scene, with many people in the scene believing that things are going downwards, not proceeding well, but I don't personally agree with that. I think that...
I'm watching Fengdare do Fengdare things for a sec there. God damn.
yeah, just smash
Her
the
Aatrox
team fight.
scares. Her Aatrox scares me, man. If there was one player on one champ in top lane in the scene that, like, the idea of playing against it is actually genuinely intimidating. I think they're one of the best players, not just in this scene, but in Europe on it. It's like Fengdare Aatrox. I also think Yukiko Poppy is crazy. I don't know how much of it you've seen, but her spacing is like 10x 90% of Poppies I've seen. Honestly, seeing Fengdare on Aatrox is like, I feel like this champ is mandatory ban, I can't lie to you. So
So we can expect to see Aatrox ban if you face Hamikidis later on.
you know, I won't say anything. You know, like, oh, pause, lag. Ugh. So, if you know me, you know I play about 90 different champions. I've scrimmed into a lot of Aatrox. A lot of Aatrox. I have answers prepared into the champion. It's a conversation we'll need to have later. You know, I think it's a mandatory ban for people with normal champion pools. I like to get a little quirky with it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of your earlier point about like doomerism within the scene, I can echo the sentiment. You know, I've talked a lot publicly about the fact that I feel like the scene is really under-supported for the fact that you have more players coming into it. Like, in the last couple of years alone, you have so many players entering this scene that before either were part of mixed scene or just had no idea that the scene really existed. And you have players coming in, very talented players, you know, Master, GM, Challenger Peakers, but the infrastructure isn't being provided for them to succeed, which is a shame. With that said, the fact that we do still have those teams coming in gives me hope. You know, orgs do still fumbled that sentence a little, didn't I? Orgs still... Oh my god. Okay, third time's the charm. Orgs do still show interest There's more players coming in year on year. Every night I go to sleep, I pray, please Riot Games, just give us something, anything, other than bad news. Because everything is there, except for the support from Riot. And as soon as that falls into place, this scene will be in a fantastic spot.
Even now, even without the direct support from Riot, we see more stuff happening and more bigger rocks coming in. So yeah, if Riot actually comes in and provides direct support to the scene, I can see an explosive improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, not just in this scene, esports as a whole, there's been a lot of talk about esports winter over the last year. The amount of money that flooded into overhiring, in a way, during COVID especially. COVID ends and all of a sudden it's, a lot of people that, very talented people that have worked in esports or production for a long time, losing their jobs overnight and having to reskill or find work with other companies. And Riot, of course, very public layoffs from this company. And esports definitely suffered as a result, not just for League, but also you look at like Overwatch League, yada yada yada. But the interest is really there, and I find that the support required for female scene is nothing crazy, right? It's not like there needs to be like a Worlds. You look at even Valorant game changers, and people will rag on Valorant game changers for not being as good as it could be. But every time you see VCTGC, even the like contenders level, even at like second tier, you still see 2,000-3,000 viewers on these streams consistently. You look at Coupe des Etoiles last year, and you see consistently like 7, 8, 9, 10,000 viewers for people coming in to watch players in the WMB scene play the game. It's not as if the interest isn't there for spectators, because certainly at times it's not been as good as it is now. But there's been a lot of progress in that direction in the last couple of years. So it's hard to pretend that the support isn't there from the average esports viewer. From Riot's perspective, the money is there. They just need to stream it, just make it. Esports has always been a loss leader. It's always been something that you accept you're going to lose more money than you make on it. And that's fine, because it's about getting eyes on the game more than anything. And it really wouldn't take much for game changes to fall into place. We'd all be in such a chill position. We'd all be loving life. The scene could go on to absolutely thrive, because, again, there are going to be so many talented female non-binary players that aren't involved in the scene as it stands, that barely even know it exists. And then you can start to expose the scene to more people, and then it continues to grow. There is a fantastic potential for future in this scene. It's just the case that it feels like it's untapped at the moment.
Well, it definitely isn't being explored anywhere near as much as it could be. That's for sure.
And like I say, just look at Valorant.
Yeah.
This one, I don't want to be a doomer. This game is looking a little dusted. I think the window back into the game for NORD here, obviously, is Tristana needs to start really building up an isolated gold lead, playing into sides. I think she still has windows to play both side lanes, but Aatrox is kind of monstrous right now. Full item lead over the Gwen. Gwen needs a lot more time to start scaling into this game, especially I don't think it's a particularly easy Gwen game into Syndra Cogmore. I don't know. Banger Aatrox, man, what can I say? Also, everyone, I mean, it's just been a banger game from Happy Kittens in general. I'm happy to see that after the situation that came in, that they've still been able to land in a good position afterwards and still perform really well. Makes me happy. Curious to see what what roster Mad ends up putting out for EEC as well, because I expect that it will obviously still be a strong roster. So you never know. Maybe we end up with more good teams in the league out of it than we would have had otherwise.
Well, won't be long now until you see the Mad roster publicly.
Yeah, I mean, what, 28th? I think roster lock is probably. I mean,
It's
it'll be
the
after the
29th.
qualifier game. Ah, okay.
Yeah, but
well,
you know,
Monday then.
The game starts on the 3rd, so they should announce it before that anyway. Like, I don't think they will start playing without announcing, but...
Well, you never know.
I
Had
don't
some
know.
excitement in the scene in our times.
Nah.
I've had a few finding out what time we play the games on the day of the games before, so.
It's fine. This time things are well organized. You know, the entire schedule of the tournament is available beforehand. We know exactly which teams will play on which days and which times. So
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm like. I rate the EPF. I think they're brilliant. I rate them very, very highly as far as tournament organizers go. So it's nice to see everything is already set up for the entire split, considering we've had some travesties in this scene in the past. Naming no TOs specifically, but
yeah, it's fine. We don't need to dig into like
yeah, of
history.
course.
Yeah, it's just good, you know. Like we have the EPF now. They organized the Equal Esports Cup last year. You know, it was nice to have a tournament, obviously, to have such a tournament. And now this year is even better. So for me, it's like as long as it's getting better, it's nice.
Exactly, and you know, it's even with infrastructure in terms of tournaments being a bit, you know, it could have been better. But like I say, the player base grows year on year. Orgs still show interest, more interest every year. So the scene can only really go up from here. Everything's in place for it to be successful. Great. Well, yes, I'm a love you and leave you because I do still have a game to prep for. But
Yes,
it's been a
you
pleasure.
actually still need to play and win.
Yeah, I do
So,
actually still need to play one, so
Yes.
I'm gonna see you around.
Nice
Goodbye,
to get
Twitch.
your comments.
Have a lovely afternoon.
It's nice to have you on board. Take care.
You too.
Okay, so this was Evie / Pivotless, the top laner of Chester Gaming Kittens Esports Club. In the meantime, we see that, like, well, the gold lead has been cut down a bit, but like, Happy Kittens are still fairly comfortably in the lead. I wonder how NORD is going to approach this now. Are they gonna group up like earlier, try to get picks? Or are they gonna send Gwen and or possibly Tristana to the side lane?
A summoner has disconnected.
Ooh, wait.
A summoner has reconnected.
Many technical issues this game. First with Fairyren, then with Pius, and now with Fast Rocket. Now, in the meantime, let's check what's going on in the other games. The Lions King Lionesses defeated 80k Valkyries, so they will play against the winner of the game we're currently seeing. The Coup Penguins defeated Grim Reapers, so the other upper bracket semi-final will be Coup Penguins versus Chester Gaming. And as for the lower bracket, Janus defeated Aracelis, Sun Esports defeated Bubbly Frogs, Vortex Esports defeated the Eternal Huntresses, and Planty defeated Aquila Rose. Wow, That's actually pretty surprising. Let's see if we can get someone from Planty to come on and provide comments for that. Again, a post-pause freeze. It's going to wait a bit. So Gwen is moving up, while the Aatrox is going to pick up the wave bot side. Oh, Gwen is just taking the buff. Okay, so Gwen is moving back down again. Bastard is hanging out around bot side as well. But now she's moving upwards, so it will be just Viosna and Fektere bot lane. Ooh, teleport by Fektere, they're trying to do something here. Okay. What now? I'm just gonna like try to force the Baron so that Viosna also TPs. Because you know, she's just gonna push now. Is Fektere just gonna run bot to stop here? Okay, apparently so. I'm not sure what the Happy Kittens were thinking there. Okay, and as a response, it's NORD that are starting this battle. And we see the teleport coming in from Viosna, while Fektere has to walk. They can't contest it. This will be the Baron for NORD, who are cutting down the lead of Happy Kittens. Mirai says Nightingale doesn't feel like losing today. Will Fektere survive this? Flashes away, oh no, goes down. So 5 vs 4, and there's the Baron buff for NORD. And now Ivy has been caught with the Nautilus ultimates, 5 vs 3, they're just going to keep pushing. Can they end here with the Baron buff? We see the recalls coming in from the surviving members of Happy Kittens. It's 5 vs 3. Hey, and they will actually just finish it straight up like this. Almost even gold, but ultimately the game goes to NORD. Well, we see that the Happy Kittens managed to build the lead early, but ultimately NORD managed to turn the game around very swiftly at the very end. Okay. Now let's see who we can get from comments. So it will be NORD Polaris moving on to play against the lion-skinned lionesses. But which games should we show here? I don't think anyone's actually gonna show the NORD versus lion-skinned. Yeah, so yeah, let's just show that game because the Chester Gaming game has been streamed elsewhere. So yeah, let's just stick here. So the games that are about to take place now will be the final upper bracket games of the day. But
Hello.
hello, hey.
Let's go.
You, you excited after this?
I mean, yeah, we decided to, play a clean early, then throw a little bit, and just, so that you could have a really fun game to watch.
Oh, so that's the reason. It was just to entertain us here.
Yeah. We discussed with our coaches and everybody before the game. We was like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play like clean early, get a small lead, and then like you'll be there watching like, okay, yeah, this looks like a clean NORD victory. Then we'll throw a little bit, and then you're like, oh, maybe this isn't a NORD victory, and then we'll, make the little comeback in late game.
Everything for the content.
Yeah, of course, for the content. That's what we're all about here,
I see. Okay. Well, now coming next up, you have the lion-skinned lionesses. How do you feel about that?
I think so. If we win this game, it's the last game of the day for us.
Yes, exactly.
Out of the 3 games, we think that the game we just won would be the most challenging. So we're just gonna go into the next game. We're feeling hyped. We're feeling ready. We've just done a cheeky little comeback. So yeah, feeling confident, and we're just gonna go in, do our best, and hopefully come up with the dub.
Okay, that is fair enough. Anything else you want to say here to the big audience that has gathered here and is listening to what you're saying?
Thanks very much for watching and supporting women's and non-binary esports. And I hope you enjoyed the game, and hopefully you'll cheer for us in the future.
Okay. Well, go now, prepare with your team, and send me a lobby invite when your lobby's up.
Okay, no worries. Thanks very much.
Thank you for your time.
And thanks everybody for watching. Bye.
See you. Take care.